Don't confuse silence with being absent. I have always been with you, even when you couldn't feel it. I was the support that kept your heart from breaking. I was the hand that caught you when you almost fell. Now, I am the voice calling you to keep going, to hold on until the end. This is not the time to give up. It is the time to stay and endure. It is not the time to walk away. It is the time to come closer. I know you're tired, but I am your strength. I know your feelings are shaken, but my word remains unchanging. Trust in me, because the moment I promised you is just ahead. Share this message with others, so they too can awaken and not miss what heaven has already prepared for them. I speak to you so you understand. You are not just watching from the sidelines. You are part of something that has already started. The divine clock is ticking, and every moment brings you closer to the key that will open the next chapter of your life. Stay strong, because everything you've waited for is already on its way. I speak again so there's no doubt in your heart. The promise I made to you is not far off. It's right in front of you. What you planted in tears, watered with silent prayers, and cared for even when no one noticed, now the time has come for your harvest. Your waiting was not for nothing. It was the ground where your fruit has ripened. And now, I come to confirm to you that this fruit will not be lost. Look with faith, and you will see that the field that once seemed empty is now ready to yield. The enemy tried to convince you that it was all over, but the seeds never died. They were hidden, quietly growing, waiting for the perfect time. And that time is now. Do not let discouragement take away what is already ready. Do not leave the field when everything is finally in bloom. It would be like working hard through the heat and the rain, guarding the crop, and then, when the fruits are right, turning away. I don't want that to happen to you. I tell you, what I have prepared for you is bigger than you can imagine. It won't be something small. It won't be just another chapter in your life. It will be a turning point, a moment that changes everything. It will be something that marks your history. Many will look and say, "The Lord was truly with you." Those who doubted, those who mocked your faith, those who thought you were wasting your time, they will see with their own eyes the fulfillment of my promise. What I open, no one can shut. What I bless will be blessed, no matter what others say. It is not the opinion of people that decides what happens to you. It is my word that lasts forever. I am the God who calls what is not yet here into existence. I am the one who turns the impossible into a testimony. I am the one who never fails. I understand the weight of the weight that has worn you down. I know there were many times when you thought about giving up, but I also know that despite all of it, you chose to stay strong. I saw every time you decided to trust, even when nothing seemed to change. I saw every time you believed, even when the silence was loud. And that's why today I can confirm, your faith was not wasted. I fulfilled.
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store preloaded with 20 handpicked products that are trending all over the world, basically validated by AI from a trending product database from one of the top vendors on the planet. And the reason that we can do this completely free for you is because, well, Shopify is paying me to do it. You've probably seen me before because for the last year, Shopify has loved the AI-paired software that we built so much that they've been paying me to build people just like you, complete beginners, a completely free store. Now, again, it's free for you, right? Shopify is paying me a commission to do it. And if you don't keep your store for more than 90 days, I don't even get paid. But your store is still free, right? And after 90 days, it's still your store. I don't own a percentage of the store. I don't control the store. It's yours. You can delete products from it, add new products to it, all that good stuff. It's your store, okay? Not only that, I'm going to give you my courses completely free. I'm not going to try to upsell you a bunch of courses. I know you've seen gurus trying to sell courses for $1,000, $2,000, so on and so forth. I can afford to give you my courses for free because, again, Shopify pays me when you use this software and open up a Shopify store. So you get a free store, right? I get a commission from Shopify, and Shopify gets a new merchant to their platform that's being trained by me. It's a win-win-win situation. All you have to do is click here right now. I dare you to do it. I dare you to see if it's free. You're going to go to the next page. You're going to create a free account. You're going to get a free account to our AI software that's going to build you a store in the next 20 minutes is ready to start taking orders. The sales pages are going to be done. The product descriptions are going to be done. The products are going to be uploaded to the store for you, ready to go, ready to start taking orders. The custom theme is going to be uploaded with banners for you. It's going to be ready to go. It's weeks of work and thousands of dollars worth of design done for you, all by AI, completely free. The only thing that you have to do is create your own Shopify account. And again, the reason I'm able to do this for free is because Shopify is paying me. I'm awarded as the most innovative commerce coach in the world by Shopify. Shopify follows me. They like a lot of my ads. And this is something that Shopify is 100% aware of and loves. That's why they're paying me to do it. So you can go pay somebody for a bunch of courses. You can go pay somebody to build you a store. Or you can just click here and let our AI software build it for you for free. And you'll have an epic, professional, optimized store ready to go in the next 20 minutes. The choice is yours. But if you want to get started right now by the person that's awarded as most innovative commerce coach in the world, that's going to give you courses for free, build your store for free, then you got to click here right now. Again, I dare you to do it. I dare you to see if it's free. Not a dime's coming out of your pocket for my services. Shopify is paying me to give them to you. Let's go.
What if employer-sponsored insurance didn't have to be group insurance? Group health plans often come with rising costs. And more importantly, healthcare isn't a group decision. It's personal. Even with the buying power of an entire business, group insurance can still mean high costs and limits. That puts businesses in a tough position and leaves employees with plan options that might not be the best fit for them. Or worse, no options at all. Now, a new form of employer coverage can help. ICHRAs offer the kind of control businesses and employees need. They make costs predictable, thanks to a much larger risk pool and stable employer contributions. They make plans personal, because employees can buy any plan that fits their needs from any carrier on the marketplace. And they make coverage possible, because ICHRAs means some businesses can now afford to offer insurance for the first time. So what exactly is an ICHRA? ICHRA stands for Individual Coverage Health Reimbursement Arrangements, and it means that businesses can reimburse each employee for the health plan of their choice pre-tax. Instead of picking from just 2 or 3 group options, ICHRAs provide funds for employees to spend on any plan they'd like. You choose how much to contribute, they choose what works for them. So if premium increases are a surprise each year and one size doesn't fit all, plan on predictable, plan on personal, plan on an ICHRA. Get coverage you control. Find out if an ICHRA is right for you.
Listen closely. What is coming is so amazing that even you will find it hard to believe. It won't be the result of your own strength or ability. It will be the display of my glory. I am doing this so you know it didn't come from you, but from me. And when it happens, there will be no doubt. Everyone will see that I, the Lord, have been with you. Do not give up now. Don't let your emotions lead you astray. This is not the time to quit. This is the time to move forward with boldness and assurance. I did not bring you this far only for the door to remain closed in front of you. I brought you here to open it, and no one can shut it because I myself have opened it. Do not think the promise is gone. It hath been kept safe, sealed with my protection. The waiting period wasn't a delay. It was a time of preparation. I was shaping your heart, strengthening your faith, and aligning your path. And now, when the promise comes, you will be ready to walk into it. Lift your head and fill your heart with hope, because I tell you, this is the time of confirmation. Everything that seemed so far away is much closer than you realize. The divine clock is still ticking, and with every passing second, you are getting closer to the fulfillment. Like and subscribe because I will continue speaking to you, and I don't want you to miss anything I still have to show you. I am the God who keeps his promises, and I will not let you end in defeat. The end won't bring shame but honor. Your name won't be remembered for how long you waited, but for the greatness that is coming. Your story won't be remembered for the silence, but for the powerful manifestation of my word. I tell you, what I am about to do will be a sign for you and everyone around you. It won't be just a small thing. It will be an undeniable turning point. Stand firm, because you are one step closer to the extraordinary. And when everything has been fulfilled, you will look back and realize that every tear was worth it, every prayer was heard, and every second of waiting was meaningful. I am the Lord, and my word is being fulfilled in you right now. I saw a tear that fell in the quiet of your room when no one else was there to understand the weight you carry. I heard every prayer that wasn't spoken aloud, but came from the deep groans of your soul. You thought I was far away, that heaven was silent. But I tell you, every tear you shed was gathered, every whisper of yours was recorded before my throne. Nothing was lost, nothing was ignored. How many times have you felt all alone, believing that no one truly understood your pain? You looked around and saw no one who could share the burden in your heart. Your spirit broke, speak. But I was there watching over you, holding you up when the weight almost crushed you. I did not let you be destroyed because my love surrounded you, even when you didn't feel it. Times you hid your face so no one could see you cry. You pretended to be you smiled, but inside, you were hurting. You didn't want to worry anyone, you didn't want to show your weakness, but I saw it all. I saw your heart ache so deeply that I thought you couldn't bear it anymore. And it was my hand that kept you from falling apart. How many times did you seek answers but find none? You tried to understand why the trials never seemed to end, and the silence was louder than any explanation. But that silence was not rejection. It was my way of showing my love. I was shaping your life in the midst of what you couldn't understand. I formed you through your tears. I molded you in hidden sorrow, and I prepared you with every prayer that you felt you couldn't speak. You thought I had forgotten you, but I never did. I even know the times when you thought your faith was worthless, when praying felt like it was all in vain, and when you believed no one was listening. But I tell you, every single prayer, even when it seemed to fall into nothingness, reached me. You didn't see it, but I was working behind the scenes, aligning everything, preparing the way, and making room for what was about to come. I didn't call you to experience defeat. I didn't choose you to be humiliated and left alone. I didn't allow you to go through pain to break you, but to make you stronger. I am the God who turns groans into songs.
Machine learning is advancing, but businesses wonder if some machines can keep up.
Let's welcome our new coworker, Jeff.
Copier has a great idea.
Wonder if it's the same idea as yesterday.
It's a performance issue, really. I know people push your buttons, but you still have to deliver.
Anything can change the world of work. ADP Assist is AI, informed by workplace data, and designed for the next anything.
Welcome. What would you say to a double adventure? One that blends exploring strange lands with running your own business? In Moonlighter 2, you dive into vibrant dimensions brimming with shiny relics and pesky enemies. Fight, loot, get rich. With early access just around the corner, please come in, take a look, and see what's in store. Venture into dimensions brimming with challenges and rewards. Try 4 unique weapon types and choose your favorite playstyle. Big or small, fast or heavy, each enemy will test your skill and reflexes. Carefully fill your backpack to maximize profits. After a long day of looting and selling, take a break and spend some time with your bloblet. Do you like what you've seen so far? Great, because a happy customer is a returning player. Customer. Remember to invest in upgrades, perks, and decorations if you want to keep your customers coming back. Want more? You got it. Your feedback can help us turn our cozy boutique into the best store that ever was. More perks? Harder enemies? A new friend for your bloblet? Just let us know. Of course, we've got a few surprises for you already. Quests, new friends and enemies, and the mysterious endless vault. Who knows what happens when it fills to the brim? The good news is that the wait is over on November 19th, when Will Store opens for business. Wishlist now.
Tears into testimonies, and weakness into strength. Every time you felt pressure in your chest and thought you couldn't keep going, it was my hand that held you. And I tell you, no tear was wasted, no prayer was lost, no pain was without meaning. I was there when you ran out of words, and all you had were sighs and silence. I was there when you closed your eyes, thinking no one saw you. I was there when you thought it was all over, and it was I who kept you standing, even when you believed deep down that you wouldn't make it. I saw every night you couldn't sleep, every morning you woke up feeling exhausted, but still chose to trust in me. I know how hard you tried to keep believing, even when everything seemed against you. You thought your faith was too small, but I tell you, it was precious to me. I don't look for perfection in people. I look for hearts that surrender. And your heart, though tired, chose to stay with you. Don't undervalue your tears. They were not signs of weakness, but seeds that watered my promise. Don't mate your. They were declarations of faith that reached me like a sweet fragrance. Don't think your hidden weeping was unnoticed. It became intercession before heaven. I am your father, and as a father, I saw every little detail. I was there in every breath you took, in every beat of your heart, in every moment when you thought you couldn't keep going. Nothing went unnoticed. You were never alone, even though everything inside you may have said otherwise. I was always by your side, holding you through your pain. Now, I speak to you so that you know every tear, every prayer, every quiet cry was not in vain. They became a part of your journey, your story, and the work I've been doing in you. I used every tear to nourish the seeds I planted in your life. I used every prayer as the strength that helped you keep going. I used every sigh as a cry that reached heaven on your behalf. I never left you in the valley, never abandoned you in the darkness. I did not turn away from your pain. I was with you every step, and now I tell you, the time for tears is over because the harvest I promised is almost here. What seemed forgotten is being remembered before you. What seemed lost will be restored. What seemed dead will come to life. For I am the Lord who turns sorrow into joy, mourning into celebration, emptiness into abundance. I am the one who rules over all, and nothing you have gone through has escaped my notice. I have seen the times you were rejected. I have heard every harsh word spoken against you. I was there when they mocked your faith and tried to push you down. I have witnessed the moments when you gave your best and no one seemed to see it. I know the days when you reached out for help and received nothing in return. Nothing was missed by me. Every single detail of your life has been recorded before me. How many times did you choose the right thing when you could have done wrong? How many times did you forgive in silence, even when you felt you deserved justice? How many times did you stand firm when everything seemed to push you to give up?
Breastfeeding, and if you have or develop new or worsening bone or liver problems.
Let Lidelzi take on your PBC while you take in the view.
Ask your healthcare provider if Lidelzi is right for you.
And misunderstood. I know you've endured cruel looks, words that put you down, and actions that wounded your soul. You could have defended yourself. You could have raised your voice in your own defense, but you chose to remain silent. And that silence was stronger than any shout because it became a testimony before me. Now, I will use that silence to lift you up. You won't need to accuse anyone or fight for recognition. What I will do in your life will be so clear, so undeniable, that no one will be able to deny it. The glory I am about to pour out on you will speak louder than any words. Even those who turned their backs on you will return to witness what I have done. Just like a seed that's buried in dry ground and seems forgotten, but comes to life when the rain falls, so it is with you. Many thought your dreams were dead, your prayers lost, and the promises forgotten. But I tell them, they were not dead. They were only waiting for the rain from heaven. And that rain has already begun to fall. What seemed buried will rise, what seemed finished will bloom, and what seemed forgotten will become a testimony. Do not fear, for you won't need to fight to prove you are right. You won't need to seek you in recognition. I will reveal my work in you. Your life will be an open letter, not written with words, but with a clear transformation. What I have prepared for you cannot be denied, for it does not depend on the opinions of others, but on my eternal will. I know you failed. I know they told you that you were wrong, that trusting in me was a waste of time. I know that many turned their backs on you and left you alone on the journey of faith. But I have been with you every step of the way. And now, when I make your life a testimony, those who once mocked you will see that I am God. They will say, truly, the Lord was with him. Truly, the promise was real. Truly, his faith was not in vain. That is why I speak to you strongly. Do not seek to defend yourself, for I am your defense. Do not seek recognition, for I am the one who will recognize you. Do not seek confrontation, for I will confront on your behalf. Just remain faithful, and you will witness my hand opening doors that no one can shut. This is the moment when your story will speak louder than your words. The moment when the change in your life will be so clear that no one will need to explain it. The moment when I will lift you up to show my faithfulness. What once seemed forgotten will become a sign, and what seemed insignificant will become great. I am the one who multiplies, who honors, and who turns pain into honor.
The proof? It's in the championship. Proof that's etched in history. Just watch.
Well, so I was injured 2 years before the ADA really came into existence. I used to have to enter restaurants through the kitchen. The number of restaurants I show up to and they say, I'm sorry. Basically like I don't serve your kind. So I've been in a chair for 35 years. When I was 19 years old, somebody put me in a full Nelson wrestling hold. It's when they come underneath your arms, push down on the back of your neck. In the dorm room, roughhousing, broke my neck by accident. It's cliche to say you don't know if you want to live like that. I had a strong mother who, she went through a lot in her life. It was Christmas Day. I was injured 2 days before Thanksgiving, so I've been in the hospital, for over a month. And then I was on a ventilator, had a tracheotomy, 19 years old, paralyzed. And my mom came in and she just said, today's Christmas. And a lot of people have gone to a lot of effort to make today a wonderful day for you. For today, you're going to suck it up and you're going to say thank you and you're going to be appreciative for everything everybody's done for you. And that kind of, you can't even feel sorry for yourself on Christmas Day, and so it really taught me a valuable lesson. It was always, you just keep moving forward. This, again, the one life you've been living, you've been given, and what are you going to do with it? I read a book by this guy named Jim Rogers called The Investment Biker. He traveled for 2 years on motorcycles, and I read it with an atlas, and then just decided I wanted to start traveling. I went to Europe. A few years later, I went to Africa. I took a sabbatical one time and traveled to over 20 countries, traveled for 12 and a half months straight. When you're traveling, sometimes you're thinking, is this worth it? It's so difficult. But one of the beauties of traveling for me in a chair is that so many people have to help me, pick me up, help me get in a car, carry my chair, help me upstairs. And so you just think about the number of people who have lifted me up, who have helped me travel the world. So I was in Delhi in India for Holi, where they throw the colored sawdust on you. And I'd been traveling in there for about 2 months. Probably only saw 3 people in wheelchairs the whole time. And we get to this concert and everybody was so excited to see somebody in a wheelchair. A normal experience, you're in the back, if it's crowd, you can't see. And the next thing I know, they picked me up and they were crowd surfing me. And what was so amazing about it, though, is that everybody's watching the concert and then they start to hear people cheering and then they turn around and look at me and cheering. And that visual was unbelievable. I loved it. It's just like you're alive. It's all the traveling, all that it entails to travel with somebody like me. I've met so many people from around the world that's my neighbor. That's my friend that just helped me. That's somebody a complete stranger that just took the time to pick up my chair, put me in a car. That's my neighbor, as much as the person that lives next door to me. I want to be a good friend. I want to be a contributor, working to get involved with people with disabilities, working involved with the ADA and hoping to help people with disabilities. I want to make a difference with my life.
Chosen one, everything just changed, not gradually. Suddenly, your confirmation moved from withheld to released, from delayed to delivered, from silent to spoken. Right now, this very second, heaven just broke the seal. God just opened his mouth. And the confirmation you have been begging for, the sign you have been praying for, the divine yes that felt so distant, it is no longer coming. It is here, today, this moment. This is not coincidence. This is not random. Heaven moved precisely to place this message in your path, at this exact moment. Before your eyes found these words, before your heart started racing, before that stirring in your spirit began, God already knew you needed to hear what he is releasing over your life right now. Stay to the end, because what you are about to receive will change everything. By the end of this message, you will understand why God delayed your answer. You will see the divine protection hidden in every moment of silence. You will discover the single mistake that causes most believers to miss their confirmation entirely. And you will know exactly what the Holy Spirit requires from you in the next 48 to 72 hours. We are going to pray together. We are going to seal this word, and you are going to walk away with clarity that has been missing for months. If your spirit is already responding, if you sense the weight of what God is doing in this moment, type confirmation in the comments. Let heaven see your agreement. Let that be your activation, and join the community of chosen ones as we walk in divine clarity together. You were never meant to carry this alone, but here is the part that is going to shift everything. In just a moment, I am going to show you the 3 signs that prove your confirmation has already been released in the spirit realm. And the 3rd sign is the one most believers completely miss. Here is the truth most people never grasp. Confirmation is not something you earn. It is something you receive. It is not about working harder or waiting longer. It is about divine positioning. And right now, in this very second, you have moved into alignment. That is why this message found you. That is why you could not scroll past it. That is why your spirit is alert and your heart is racing. Heaven orchestrated this moment because today is the day your confirmation arrives. But let me show you something that is going to shift your entire perspective. Chosen one, let me expose what has been happening in the unseen realm. The enemy has deployed one of his most effective weapons against you, the spirit of confusion through divine silence. He did not come at you with obvious attack. He did not send blatant temptation. No. He weaponized the waiting. He turned your prayer season into a prison of doubt. He made God's silence feel like rejection. And slowly, methodically, he has been eroding your confidence in what you heard, what you saw, what you know God spoke over your life. Scripture warns us in 1 Peter 5:8, be sober, minded, be watchful. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour. But here is the part most believers miss. The enemy does not always devour through obvious destruction. Sometimes he devours through subtle deception. He plants questions in your mind. Did God really say that? Are you sure you heard correctly? Maybe you misunderstood. Perhaps it was just your imagination. And before you realize what happened, your faith has been undermined from within. 2 Corinthians 10:3-4 declares, "For though we walk in the flesh, we are not waging war according to the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not of the flesh, but have divine power to destroy strongholds." Chosen one, this is not an emotional battle. This is not about feeling better about yourself. This is spiritual warfare. The enemy has been building strongholds of doubt in your mind. He has been constructing fortresses of confusion around your calling. And every day you waited for confirmation, he whispered that maybe you were wrong, that maybe God had changed his mind, that maybe the promise was not really for you. But today, heaven is demolishing those strongholds. The confusion ends now. The doubt dies today. Your confirmation is here. Here is the truth that will set you free. You have been waiting for God to confirm what he already confirmed. You have been asking for a sign when he already gave you instructions. You have been begging for clarity when he already spoke with crystal precision. The issue was never that God was silent. The issue is that you wanted confirmation before obedience. But heaven operates on a different system. John 15:3 says, "You are already clean because of the word I have spoken to you." Already clean, already positioned, already confirmed. Not when you feel ready. Not when circumstances align. Not when you see the full picture. Already. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine you are standing at a locked door. You have been knocking for months. Your knuckles are bruised. Your voice is hoarse from crying out. You are convinced this is the door God promised, but it will not budge. What you did not realize is that God was not ignoring your knocking. He was building you a custom gate on the other side of the house, a gate that only you could walk through. A gate designed specifically for your assignment. You kept knocking on the wrong entrance while God was preparing your divine doorway. And today, he is showing you exactly where that gate stands open. That is your story right now, chosen one. God has already planted the seeds of your confirmation. He has already watered them with his word. He has already positioned them for maximum harvest. And just because you have not seen the fruit breaking through the soil does not mean the work has stopped. Heaven has been active in your waiting. Your breakthrough has been growing beneath the surface. And today, the soil is cracking. The roots have taken hold, and the manifestation is pushing through. Luke 11:28 declares, "Blessed rather are those who hear the word of God and obey it."